Hello, 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 everyone. I hope we're all having a good day. I, I do apologize for that intro screen. I was not actually expecting that to be quite as, seizure-inducing, shall we say, as, it actually ended up being. So, yeah, there is that. We've got some titanium smelting up. And I'm gonna take some, titanium with us. But we're gonna do some Novus Project stuff. Where did that other... Okay, it did go there. We're gonna do some Novus Project stuff today. Good stuff. It's gonna be good. We're gonna blow this planet up. Gonna make it some New Year's fireworks. And let me know if the music is too loud or too quiet for your liking in chat, and I'll be happy to make adjustments. For me, I think I'm going to turn it up on my end a little bit. You guys won't hear any difference, but... There we go. I know it's a little bit late, it's slightly after Christmas, but it's still pretty close. Oh, lag. Oh, lag. Still pretty close. And it also, it's before New Year. So it's before the start of 2022, although this probably won't be uploaded until 2022 because I'm very slow at uploading things. I'm gonna just leave these sitting here, because we are almost certainly going to end up using them very quickly. Alright. So we're going to take our rocket back up to the surface. Hey, Whiskers, how is it going? When I talk there's electric buzzing, yes, that's because of my microphone. Because my microphone is what it is. The reason why it's only when I talk is because I have a gate on, so that at least you don't hear it all the time. And so I do sincerely apologize for that. There is nothing I can do about it. I've done everything I can. It's just electric noise. But yeah, welcome to the stream. This is, today we're actually working on the Novus Project, so, you are in luck. I forgot to clean up from that, but this is the Novus Project. Right now it looks like a white void because it's daytime. It's way easier to see at night. But the fact that you can kind of see that planet underneath there is a bit telling. So, yeah. There's the core down there, you can kind of see it. Gotta wait for the sun to go down a little bit. It's kind of funny because this reveals that the sun really only operates as like a half. So even though right here we can see the sun, we're still kind of in shadow. So it's just literally a half of light and darkness going around the planet. But now that it's darker, you can see a lot better. So yeah. Anyway, that's what we're going to be expanding on today. We made the bombs, actually yesterday. So we made the bombs, and now we're going to make the, now we're going to build them up and then blow them up. So that involves going over to Visania. Which, Visania is where we have our hydrogen farm that's farming up all the hydrogen. And we've had a fresh batch ready for quite a while now because we haven't had a chance to do a lot on the Novus Project, mostly because it's very, very tedious to set up bombs. But I should have removed that tedium, for the most part, completely, because I set up a factory last stream. Alright. This is our, gas factory. In case anybody ever needs RTGs, I have RTGs. Way too many RTGs. So basically this factory will simply produce hydrogen for me as much as I want it to. So I'm gonna yoink the shuttle over here and take these two over to the planet. Yeah, these are how to transport hydrogen. the best way currently to transport hydrogen. I'm hoping eventually they'll get like an extra or a large canister of a large gas canister. But for now, this is what we do. And it has a very high transfer rate, which is really nice. So I just use the shuttle to transfer all the hydrogen between all the planets, and I just use it to transfer a whole bunch of things. A lot more than I use my backpack for anything nowadays. These are from my sorting system from when I was cleaning out the crater, as I'm collecting and cataloging all the materials that come from Novus. Because we're not cleaning up, we're going to use this for staging. So first thing I'm going to do is bring that over here, and bring this to this side. Then this, because this silo is already full, we're going to take this silo and this silo. Then I'm going to use the button repeater to activate all of the gas canisters at once, and we're having frame rate issues for some reason. And I'm going to stand by to switch out this first one. So that way, it ends up, going into the correct spot. Yeah, we have decently high transfer rates. We transfer one of these medium storage silos every time one of these fires. So, the high transfer rates are very, very, very nice, I will say. And it appears we're done. Before, I'm not going to put that one on just yet, but I am going to take these. I'm going to hit use again to make them all be able to suck gas in, so I don't have to do it individually, and back to Vicennia. This process goes on for about, we're going to be running 8 bombs this round. And then once we hit what I call the leap round, because every fourth round we have 9 bombs instead of 8, because we produce 8 1/4 bombs every single round. So, just to keep things up. Then we're gonna run some Halloween themed rounds. By Halloween themed rounds, I mean I'm gonna run a couple of rounds based off of bombs that are, in the that have the Halloween gas in them. And here, which the Halloween gas will actually be 5 times as potent. I wasn't as efficient about that as I could have been. And I thought we'd put on some holiday tunes today because, why not? Just to enjoy a little bit of Christmassy stuff while we still can for the rest of 2021. Bigger explosion with the Halloween fuel? No, not a bigger explosion. But the Halloween fuel is stored in increments of 1, where the hydrogen is stored in increments of 5. So they have a 5 times greater density, so I'll be able to get 5 times more out of the exact same hauling volume. So that's why. And also because I have a ton of Halloween gas, and I'm thinking about and I want to kind of just get rid of it. And I'm going to take this. This will just be temporary. We're only going to have 3 silos to fill up, but... Alright, and that one is full. That is the first bomb completed. And just to clarify, Nightbot is referring to a lovely little thing we have. Hold on. This is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is gonna be number 9, so it's gonna slot right in here. And we're gonna yoink 8. I'm just gonna move this last one over. Anyway, what it's talking about is a nice little extension that we've got that's called Dixper, and basically it allows chat to directly mess with my game, which is kind of fun. If I go, pardon me for 1 second, if I go over to Dixper and I look at the collection that heck happened to. I don't know what happened to the. I don't know what happened to Pretzel Rocks just there, but that song just appeared to start over. We're just gonna skip to the next track. Let's see. This will work. If I were to, let's say I were a viewer, I wanted to just do something like this. Then when I'm in the game, this is actually gonna happen on my game. Oh jeez, it makes moving around quite interesting. Because movement is still the same, but my screen is literally rotating. And that's not just on OBS, that's on my game. So viewers can actually. I'm very dizzy. There we go. Viewers can actually do that to my game in the middle. And when you think that Twitch chat wouldn't be cool enough to do that, you would be wrong. They like to do that at just the wrong moments. The reason is you get a free Dixper crate if you kill me through Dixper. It has to be through Dixper though. It can't be through anything else. Whoops, I dropped that. But that is only one of the tons and tons and tons of different Dixper skills that we have. If you create an account, I'll give you a couple of free crates to get started. But other than that, you can either win them using channel points or channel challenges, or you can exclamation point Dixper. It's not a Nightbot command. Oh, I was yakking and didn't pay attention. Okay. I should have done the switch out, but I didn't. Let me take you guys back. But basically, if it's not a Nightbot command, it's an entirely separate bot. So if you do exclamation point Dixper, you can create an account, and I'll give you 10 free crates just to start out. But if you and then after that, if you want to earn crates, you can earn them with channel points, or you can earn them using rewards, or you can choose to support this stream. I'll give you a tip. Not many people choose to support the stream, so really I don't expect you to do that. We're going to take these empty ones back to Novus, Visanya, though. I never know if it's pronounced Visanya or Visanya. Just watch for now. Not a problem. That is also appreciated. But I try to give everyone who wants to give Dixper a shot, I try to give them at least enough to get started, you know? Give them at least like 30 or so cards to get going. Just to mess around and see what they like. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Nearly missed that. I did miss that, never mind. This is the wrong freaking base. Literally, my other base is on the other side of the planet. I should have just gone around. Why was I not thinking? I just wasn't thinking. Okay. I know it's gonna drive some of you guys crazy, but I'm gonna land here just to even out the fuel, because I do have automatic refueling stations, and I want to kind of let them do their thing. This music seems really cool, but it's pretty darn quiet. I'm gonna turn it up in my ears. Again, this may not be a wise idea, but... One streamer used to watch had a bunch of loud sound commands that bottle channel points. They're brutal and scary about the worst time. Oh yeah, I also do have, I do have sound commands. Sound channel redemptions. I don't think any of them are like huge jump scares, but they are definitely entertaining. That's not creepy at all. Alright. But yeah, if you go to the channel points, you can do... Oh, well, this one is loud. That my regulars like using this one. I like using that one. When I played Subnautica, I got a
plan succeeded.
Yep, that's a good one. Hi Tony, welcome back to the stream. And yeah, we are definitely still blowing up we're definitely still blowing up Novus. Although now, Tony, I have a factory that will let me make bombs much faster, so we should be able to get more done. So we should be able to blow up the planet more efficiently now. I'm sure that's going to make you extra happy, right? Oh, lag. I do apologize for the random frame rate spikes that I do. I have no control over them. I've tried my absolute best, and I've been very strict about managing lag on this save. Been decently successful, but never can quite do enough. Yeah, how is your night going? Playing Pokemon Sword. Ooh, I have never touched that game. I kind of know what the basic genre of Pokemon is, but I've never touched a Pokemon game in my life. You're gonna go, but your night's good. That is totally fine. I really appreciate you dropping in. It's nice to chat with you again. And I hope your night continues to go good. I hope you continue to have an awesome and amazing night, and I'll see you whenever you decide to come back. Uh-oh. Lag spike. There we go. Stop it. You want to go on the ground, not on top of the bomb next to it. Anyway, so, Whiskers. This, whoops. This plan to destroy the planet, do you think I'll pull it off? There's a couple of streamers who actually have their money bet that I will not pull it off, so if you don't think I'll pull it off, you will not be alone. Ad break back now? Ah. Sorry about that, man. I don't think there's a lot I can do about those ads. Twitch is getting real comfortable with all those ad breaks, so I'll tell you what. Welcome back to the stream, though. Oh, wait. Wait, no, I don't need to do that. But yeah. Some streamers have their money on me. Some streamers think that I'll be able to pull it off. Some streamers think that I will not ever be able to pull it off. So, what do you think? Oh, I didn't launch to another planet. I'm a dum-dum. Oh well, I will do that when I get to orbit. It's just gonna take a little bit extra time. Do it if I keep going? I think I will. But a lot of it does also depend on the devs as well. Because if the devs change the not quite exploit necessarily, but what I'm using to keep my farms going, my resource farms going, that'll cut off my resource stream and stop the project in its tracks. Because right now it takes up 768 titanium per detonation round. So I'm saving up titanium as aggressively as possible on my home base, while we're also doing this. So I'll be able to keep going for a little bit, but if they cut off my resources, I won't be able to keep going forever. And land. Right here. Definitely make a pending interference. Yeah. In my opinion, at least. There's some streamers who I told that to and they're like, nah, you're not gonna make it anyway. Because nobody's that crazy. Which, I will definitely give it to them that there's not a lot of people who are that crazy. I don't know if I'm that crazy or not. We'll see. I definitely have my ups and downs with the project. But we will see. And, you... And stop it. Stop it. There we go. Around 50% done? I'm under 50%. Don't know exactly how close to 50% I am, but I would estimate like maybe 3/5 done. Slightly more than a third, slightly less than 50%. I'm not sure if that makes entire sense, but something like between a third and a half. I will definitely know when I'm at a half, but I'm not at a half yet. I do estimate that it's probably going to take, in total, about 70. Ooh, that was nice. The nice thing is that lined up actually literally perfectly. I ran out of gas at the exact right time. That's the nice thing about the math behind this project, is it works. But these... There we go. But yeah, these, I estimate that it'll take around... I think the current estimate is actually around, like, 90-ish rounds? 90 to 100? Yeah, 90 to 100. And I'm currently... We just did round 38 on the 19th. So that was a while... That was actually a little bit ago. But... we should be able to having a major brain freeze here. I forgot what I was gonna say, but I think we're probably gonna hit, because if you look at it on the map, you can kind of tell, like, okay, it's not actually halfway done. Set up the automation so it'll speed things up. That's my hope. That's my hope, because right now the main stickler is actually building the bombs for each round. Yeah, 2 or 3/5 done, something like that. Yeah, something like that. One of those fractions, I don't really know. That is the wrong base. I do not want to land at that base. That's the right base. See, the other base is my old Novus base, or my old Vicinity base that I had for a long time. When I first colonized this planet. Way back in the day. And we're gonna sit you right there. I would say, I think that we've got the superstructure to get it done. All that needs to happen is just needs to get done. So, yeah, that just makes life kind of difficult sometimes, but gotta do what you gotta do. It does provide a nice, consistent backbone to the stream. It's always something I can come back to. And just so you're aware, after this project has reached 100% completion, I'm gonna set up a solar-powered base in the core, and then probably quit Astroneer for the foreseeable future after that. Because after that, I'm just gonna have nothing else to do, unless there's some major update. I mean, if it wasn't for the Novus Project, I would have already quit a while ago. But the Novus Project was something I started just because I didn't want to quit the game yet, but I honestly didn't have anything else to do. Make a 4-bit computer? Well, Astroneer's logic has never really been that great. It's very performance heavy. I mean, a lot of logic is performance heavy on most any game, but base it in Novus. Yeah, we'll just have it in, instead of having it in base 4, we'll have it on base Novus. But, I mean, like, I've already done, like, analog computers on other games, and so it's like, on this game, it's yet another analog computer. Destroying a planet is something that I've always wanted to do on other games, but has never been possible. So, with this game, it is possible. And that makes it nice. And there have been multiple people, Roselli Gaming actually has done this to DeSolo on his YouTube, but he did it in creative. And he also did not clean up his resources, so he ended up with a corrupted save file. But he just basically spammed TNT, and that's not the way to go. Yeah, I think we're good. the game just freezes for a second. And Sanya, and while we go, just take a gander at that file size. 102.3 megabytes. That should give you a slight hint as to why there are the occasional frame rate issues when visiting Novus. Although performance on the whole has been actually pretty darn good. I've been very, very strict about maintaining performance goals and keeping things clean. So, yeah. And switch. Actually, if you don't mind, I'm gonna step away from my computer real fast and turn off my heater because it's getting a little bit too warm in this room. I'll be 1 second. I have returned. Apologies about the unexpected delay. It's snowing outside right now, so I had the heater on, but after a while, you know, the hoverboard really helps. Dude, the hoverboard helps tremendously. Hoverboard plus jetpacks, best combo in the game. The twin jetpacks that I use, I wouldn't use them really. I never really liked using them that much without the hoverboard. Before the hoverboard was added, as they were super slow, but the hoverboard gives a speed bonus on the ground and in the air, regardless. So there's no real reason why not to fly with it. Summer here, door open, sitting in shorts. Ah, you must be in the southern hemisphere. Up in the northern hemisphere, we northerners are freezing our butts off. But yeah, we've got like an inch or two of snow on the ground. Nothing crazy, but it is pretty. And there we go. We're gonna take this off. That should be bomb number 3 done, I think. Maybe 4. Yeah, 4. So yeah, I imagine you've heard all the Christmas carols from the north about how the about like snow on the ground and white Christmas and all that. I've always imagined it would be kind of strange to people who don't have that kind of thing going on. Stop it. There we go. And I'm just turning off these prox repeaters so they don't screw stuff up for us. Because proximity repeaters are powerful, but used wrongly, they can be... Ooh, golly. I need to get another bomb from storage. Xmas has always been Winter Wonderland on media while we enjoy the summer. Yep. I prefer Winter Wonderland from the comfort of my house. Hey, at least it's not as weird for you when you go to the north and then it's suddenly cold and cloudy and snowy. But when northerners go to the south, it's very jarring to see the sun in the middle of Christmas. It's like, wait, it's not supposed to do that. That's not how weather's supposed to work. It just confuses our brains. And all these back off. So basically the reason why I have this button repeater is so I don't have to go up and down each individual silo interacting with each individual medium gas canister. Instead I can just turn them on and off at once. But also notice I had 16 launches when I came off the ground. And I have... as soon as I get here... Sorry for the wild camera swing accidentally. As soon as I get here, you see now I have 14 launches, right? And this is where the most convenient feature in the in this particular save that I really it's a backbone feature that I have in my bases that not a lot of people notice. But watch my number of launches as we come into land. So I'm at 14 right now. And I come in and see it's at 14. All of a sudden, wait a second, it just changed to 92% with 22 launches. So basically, I have just a little auto arm right underneath there that takes from this fuel depot and puts it onto the hydrazine thruster, and only the hydrazine thruster, which really, honestly, is super, super helpful. But you have to hide those auto arms really deep, though, because those auto arms, they go way beyond that circle that they're supposed to go. But honestly, that is one of the most helpful things that I've had. I don't have to worry necessarily about fuel. I still kind of choose to worry about it a little bit because I like to keep my launches even, but that's optional. As soon as you land at something that has a fuel depot and a refueling station set up to the launch pad, bang, you're on target. You're good on fuel. And you don't need to worry about refueling it yourself. So I haven't manually refilled a rocket in a very long time. Ooh, that's a nice view of the crater right there. That's screenshot worthy. Although, yeah, well, actually, we didn't take a progress screeny from 38, so probably need to do that. And, just gonna move you around a little bit so I have a little bit easier access. And I'm gonna grab that silo and that silo. Then I'm gonna have this silo standing by to switch out. So when it hits this, that one, when it hits this particular silo this medium storage silo right here, it has finished this entire large storage silo B. So then it moves on to the next one. So that's my cue to switch it out, pretty much, because it takes a little over 2 large storage silos in total. Oh, this one took a little bit more than that because, yeah, but we didn't have any extra space on the bomb, so there wasn't anything to switch it out with. It just comes with having done a whole bunch of Novus projects, a whole bunch of rounds. You start to learn what needs to happen. I did not allow myself a whole lot of space for getting these bombs up and running. And that's probably pretty good. And we're only gonna need to put one on because they're only gonna do 3 silos. It's just how this particular system works. And the reason for that is because these hold 32 and these hold 24. So they effectively hold 32, even though it says 160. If you divide 160 by 5, you get 32. So it holds 32 of those 5x canisters. Which is why Halloween was so game-changing, because Halloween, that stuff is there's actually 160 of those little canisters in the medium canisters. So that makes it very valuable. I hope everyone in chat is having a good time. Let me know what you guys are doing for Christmas. Be kind of interested to hear what happened to what you guys did with maybe family or friends this Christmas, and what your plans are for the new year. Okay, I always try to double check to make sure that I've enabled the output, or that I've disabled the output on all of them, because I just want to make sure I did it right. And launch back. here we are. We're gonna head over to Novus. I'll show you that up top base in a second. Are you not much chilling while I leave, not doing not much? Yeah, I mean, honestly, chilling, for me, chilling counts because I'm not a big celebration type of guy, so I prefer to just kind of, you know, hang out, play some games, have some fun. If it were up to me, not the rest of my family, I would just not put up a Christmas tree. But, you know, the rest of my family enjoys Christmas trees as well, so it's a small sacrifice I have to make. Oops. Divided that at a slightly awkward time, but okay, that was 3, so this should be good. We should have enough space for all of these guys. Oh yeah, definitely enough space. Exactly enough space, so to speak. And use. Whoops. Yeah, after a while, you just kind of fall into a rhythm, which is kind of nice about the Novus Project. The transfer is pretty easy. It's just brute force, back and forth, back and forth. And here we go. I'm waiting for the other base to come up because 9 times out of 10 it feels like I land on the opposite side of the planet from my actual Novus base. So, yeah. Is what it is. The heck? I bet it's that weird song again. We're gonna skip that. This is just literally running the same songs over and over again. We already did that. Okay, you know what? This is holiday. We're just gonna go... Even though it's holiday, I think I'm gonna change the station. We've already listened to all these songs. I don't want to re-listen to the same 15 songs all over again. We'll switch to lo-fi. Be kind of chill. Okay, that might be a little bit too chill, but we'll give it a shot. That might be so chill people fall asleep on the stream. Don't want that. That would make me look like a bad streamer. The stream is so boring, they fell asleep. That's what happens when you chill a little too much, you know? And not like the Netflix and chill type of chill. The actual chill. And back to Novus. I promise, we're almost done. We're getting close to being being done and ready to do the explosions. And the explosions are, of course, everyone's favorite part. We are really close. I promise. And out. And transfer. We only have the one silo here, so we're just gonna fill it up. And then we'll move the bomb. We'll switch it out. We only have like 3 more bombs to go though, so we're pretty good. We are pretty good on just about everything. Yoink. Take that, put that back on the bomb, and interact with this guy. And that'll be a decent spot for you. Grab the next bomb, which is the second to last bomb for the bombs that we're actually going to run. But we are going to run We are gonna make sure to finish out all of the hydrogen that we've got, so we don't end up screwing up the count. And the good news is, because we already have done an entire silo, we don't need to switch anything out. We should end up with like 3 left. Right? Yeah, 3 left indeed. So I'm just counting the number of silos that are left, so it's gonna go 3 left this round, then the next one is gonna go 6 left, then it's gonna go 9 left, and then it's gonna circle around to being completely even. But it's actually gonna circle, I think it's gonna stop. I'm not entirely sure when it's gonna stop, but I know we're gonna get 8.5 bombs out of this, because we started out with a quarter bomb. Okay, this lo-fi is really, really chill. I can be a little bit sleepy here. Okay, I hate to change the music again, but yeah, I'm gonna change the music to... Let's see. Let's try this. Let's try this playlist. I mean, I guess that works for now. Gonna get coffee? Sounds good. I will be done here maybe like 15 minutes, so we only have a little bit of switching out to go. I'll try to hold up for a little bit if I don't hear back from you. Try to hold up on the project for just a little bit, but yeah. Enjoy your coffee. Kind of sad though. We were chilling with some holiday music though. Oh well. Can't have everything in life. And the nice thing about the Novus Project is that it's a very tiny nice thing, but it's the nice thing nonetheless. It allows you to just kind of just kind of access the launch pad from most anywhere on the planet. Because the planet's so small, at least as far as radius goes, and also half of it's destroyed, it greatly expands the reach over the horizon. And you... And got that. We'll switch these out. This is probably going to fill these up as well. Yeah, it's going to fill these up. It's gonna have some extras on there. Yeah, it's gonna have some extras on there. That by the time we hit another... Okay, now we're all done. Nothing more that it can add. And we're gonna just take you guys out. You guys are gonna have 3... No, you're not gonna have 3. You're gonna have... That's gonna have 6 silos remaining. Because we need to finish out the bomb with 3 silos remaining. And... this will be enough to cover this bit, at least. Wait, actually, may not be. We'll put this on just in case. Never mind. We're good. I'm gonna put this over here. It does have 6 silos left. Alright, 6 silos are left on that one, which means the next one's gonna have 9, then none, then 3, Actually, I think we're just gonna do 9 and then none. Okay, we really need to get around to the base because the base is... Oi. Alright, grab this. First, I need to make sure it has enough fuel. Yeah, it does. And yoink. Snag that, switcheroo. Snag that, switcheroo. Enter. And launch to the next planet. Or back to Novus. Whichever one you like to think about. Next stop is indeed Novus, though. And that was very close to the top base. The top base is built right next to where the shuttle actually orbits. The shuttle will slide right past the top base whenever it's in orbit of the planet. Kind of an interesting and fun little fact there. Stop it. There we go. And use. Gonna be ready for switch out in a minute, so we're gonna watch carefully. Yep. Okay, we do actually have enough. Wait a second. Oh, no, that is right. I just didn't switch out when I should have. Because I'm a dum-dum, apparently. This is gonna take 3. My beat. I should have switched out when I had the chance, and I didn't, and paid the price. Oh well. 'Tis done now. Alright. You're gonna take these back to the planet. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. There we go. A little bit of frame rate issues there, but works. And we're right at the base, which is great. No, stop it. Alright, last 2. Then we'll be able to do detonations. Okay, these are disabled, which is good. Basically, I'm not a complete moron, thankfully. Yeah, here we go. Alright, last load. Delivered to Novus. Gonna deliver it. Oh. Alright, so then we're gonna end up switching this bomb out because this bomb has only a little bit left of capacity. Watch, James is gonna pop in and ban the word bomb at any point here. Wouldn't be surprising in the least. Alright. And that is that 8th bomb done. Stop it. Why would you do this to me? There we go. Use. Alright, now this... What the heck? Stay on there. Thank you. This next bomb will only get filled halfway. Which is totally fine by me. Yoink. So these will end up perfectly fitting everything. 125. Go. I love these high transfer rates. Say it over and over again. I love these high transfer rates. They're really amazing. The one thing that would suck about large gas canisters is suddenly they would have a low transfer rate, and that would really suck. All right, that was perfect. I do need to head back to Visania. We're going to use Visania to drop these things back off, and I'm going to actually do the switcheroo since we don't have Whiskers in chat. And Whiskers, when or if you get back, let me know. Just want to make sure that Whiskers is able to see some of the destruction, just for funsies. If anybody else in chat wants to see the destruction now instead of waiting, just let me know. You're back, just waiting for Brew? Oh, awesome. Alright, well in that case, I'll just drop this off. And we'll get to the boom booms. Which are the fun part. Wait, I don't think I let it... Yeah, I didn't give it enough time. I didn't give the auto refuel station enough time. There we go. I just hadn't given it enough time to refuel the shuttle properly. Alright, drop off. And drop off. And there we go, back to the planet. Thanks for waiting. Not a problem, my friend. Not a problem. Gonna run some nice little explosions for you. Well, they ain't gonna be little explosions, but you get the idea. Sure as heck ain't gonna be little, though. This is the untouched side of Novus. Really haven't done anything else over there. But we're gonna touch the touch side a lot more. Okay. We are now ready to go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the obligatory save dupe. So, duplicate, enter the name, before big boom number 39. Enter, confirm, freeze, wait for 10 minutes, and then unfreeze, and then freeze again. Anytime here. Freeze. Anytime. There we go, froze. And unfroze, and then it should pop up. Oh, hello, James. How are you doing? Hey, there's the duplicated save. We're just ready for the explosions. Actually, I want to change the... We're no longer playing Holiday Tunes, so I have to change the title real fast. And there we go. Drum roll indeed. Alright. First thing I'm gonna do is offload a little bit of fuel so I can carry some stuff on my backpack for the trip over. There we go. Have I used the Noxethane? No. I'm gonna do it after we hit the leap round. because that way I'll just have an even setup. This is my new factory, by the way, for Whiskers. That's my new factory. It's been helping me make bombs. It helped me make this round a lot easier. So basically, I take this TNT, hide it on my back. I really need to use up this extra bit of fuel, though. I'm gonna take up one extra back slot with that. But I just want to use up these 2 extra bits of fuel so I can take more fuel with me. Come on. Oh, come on, use up. See, these use up really super fast when you don't want them to, but then when you want them to, then they take forever and a day to use up any fuel at all. I know that's probably an exaggeration, but it feels that way. Okay. We're gonna take bomb number 1, which is gonna be over here. Grab it. Alright, then we want to figure out where we want to put it. I'm gonna start somewhere on the other side of the crater, see what we've got in general. And thankfully it's night, so we'll have a nice view of everything. I think I kind of want to go for bringing up that one extra spire right there. Although we were trying to cut like an even line right over here. So let's just head over here actually. Even though I kind of want to free up another pillar, it's not as important as, you know, directly cutting the planet in half. I know, priorities, I'm sorry. All this random floating junk is just Astroneer having no idea what to do with this level of destruction. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we got some glitched out terrain over here, which we needed to get rid of. Right. Well, this may mean that I may have to blow myself up this time. I'm gonna see how far away I can go before it unloads, basically. Ooh, that's actually kind of far. Wait, what about this chunk right here? That chunk just doesn't exist, alright. It's glitched out terrain, what are you gonna do, you know? That should be far enough to be survivable. Alright, here we go. Oh, ooh, that was nice. Cleared out a vast majority of the glitched out terrain. Didn't get all the way down. Gonna have to use a bomb or two to fix up the rest of it, but that cleared out a good chunk of it. Ooh. Here's a line of resources. This used to be a resource node before I blew it up. A resource node of hematite. Oh, that was good stuff. Explosions of resources are the best. It's always so fun to pop those. Okay, head back to base. And I'm actually gonna need to grab my compass because otherwise... It is actually possible to get disoriented and lost in this crater. So, that glitched out terrain, which only had like one side, as you saw, sometimes it will unload. The reason why it's glitched out is because it unloads faster than other terrain, which is the glitch that causes it, and unloaded terrain does not get destroyed. So, the fact that it wasn't destroyed means it unloads a little earlier, so it means I have to be careful about how close I am when I detonate the bomb. Alright, how are we doing on fuel? Not great. And let me grab a little bit more fuel. So I have these backup jetpacks that I got from the Halloween event because, yeah, I have the backup jetpacks in case I die. And then I have an entire... Before the Halloween event, I brought up aluminum alloy and I brought titanium alloy just to make new jetpacks. Don't need to do that right now. But, can I get a dynamite and a bomb? Ah, stop it. So we're gonna go tackle the rest of that glitched out terrain. It's gonna take at least 2 more bombs to get rid of the rest of that stuff. At least we know where it is now. So the reason why some people are like, okay, well, why don't you just dump resources down a hole or something to allow yourself to not have to use up this much material? The main reason why is because these platforms can attach to the sides, the ceilings. They can attach to anything I want them to. And that is extremely valuable when you're trying to do targeted explosions like I am. So let's say I don't want to have it just explode this tiny thin bit. So I kind of want to latch it onto the roof of the inside of this cave. So I can do that because it's in a platform. And I can just latch a platform wherever the heck I want to. And it works. And then I just hold right click while I run away. That's actually going to be too far. That needs to be brought in. It's too far back. The reason is I just have a generally pretty good idea of what the bomb is going to be able to blow up as far as range. And we're going to try right about here. Not great, but it'll at least reach the end of that corner there. Probably move it back a little bit. It still functions, as far as the game is concerned. Hello. It still functions just like a big old pile of hydrogen. But it does destroy the platforms now. Ooh, that's actually a bit far. Never mind. I'm gonna have to get rid of those with my terrain tool then. Oh, that was nice. Yeah, see what I mean? The tip of it got a little bit issued. Assume compared to explosion radius depending on how much explosive you use, so the more the better? Not necessarily. The more explosive you use, the more lag you cause. And the more lag you cause, the higher the likelihood of glitched out terrain. The very first detonation round was a round of 4,000 hydrogen. And that was an epic hole. Almost went down straight to the core in one blast. But about 90% of the terrain, I'm not even kidding, about 90% of the terrain glitched right back into existence a few days later, just because it was so big that the terrain never loaded properly. So I found that this bomb formula to work pretty steadily and be very reliable, which is what I need for a large project like this. I need something reliable and dependable for long term. How do you go bigger? More platforms? Yeah, I just detonated lots of platforms at once. With the first round, actually, specifically, I just detonated a whole bunch of silos. That was before things got destroyed. Things do not always get things did not used to always get destroyed. Platforms used to just be kind of invincible, which was really amazing for resource saving. But the devs put a stop to that. Oh yeah, tell me about it, because then I have to get it remade. Whoops, I already had my thing out. So then I have to get it remade, and then it's all... Cost me 800 titanium around, only because of the cash. Yeah. But really, you just gotta... It's kind of a per computer basis. Like, if you have a super beefy computer, you can get away with a super big explosion, and it'll look good for the... most explosions will look good for the first, like, day or so. Even the bigger ones. They'll have a little bit of glitched terrain for the first day, but beyond that, they won't do a whole ton. But it's after a while that the glitched terrain starts to come back. Don't ask me why, because I have no idea. I just know what I observe. I'm gonna grab 2 more fuel before I grab the dynamite. And then I'm gonna grab the dynamite. And we're gonna do the save. We're gonna do the round. And there we go. Launch. Okay. That worked out. Alright, we're gonna tackle the bottom glitched out terrain with this bomb. Oh, wow! Thank you very much for the cheer. 100 biddies. Thank you very much, Whiskers. I really appreciate that, man. Uh-oh. Okay, so this is the bottom glitched out terrain. As you can tell, there's not immediately obvious, but then when you go right here, it's much more obvious. I'm gonna try to split it right down the middle and attach the bomb right there. And I'm gonna hold right click, and here we go. Let's give this a shot. It's not split really great, but it should at least... Oh, little too far. There we go. Detonate. Here goes. Uh-oh. Ooh. Ooh, that was nice. So you see that bit of, in the center, that cloud of debris? That was the bomb. So that cut down drastically on the glitched out terrain, but I think we do still have... Yes, we do still have a little bit up here, but I should be able to fix this glitch with my terrain tool. And just give it a top again. And that fixed that glitch. Lots of scrap for later? Oh, lots of scrap. Oh, James wants a ticks per crate. Give me a hot second. I will be giving that to you as soon as I can get to it. This generates a ton of resources. I am not currently using the resources for anything because I'm trying to tally them up. Forgot to redeem that. Yeah, I'll give you more. I'll give you your free stuff. Hold on, one second. I'll give you your free stuff. Alright. That is taken care of. Let me give to you that crate real fast. What collection do you want it in? If you don't say anything, I'm gonna just do it in the general collection. And we're looking for James. Anything, James? I'm gonna do general collection. Going once, going twice. Okay, I did it. It's in the general collection. I gifted it to you. Well, that pretty much got rid of that glitched out terrain. Doesn't matter to you? Well, cool. Works out fine then. Oh yeah, these exo crates aren't as destructible as the devs want them to be. So it was kind of funny. The patch that was supposed to fix those boxes broke my bombs, but didn't totally fix the boxes. Kind of irks you a little bit. Made it so my bombs now immediately break and do not survive anything. But the boxes still survive stuff. Thing that they were intended to fix, they didn't fix. So, yeah. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Have no worries with caches now. What are you missing? What? No worries with caches. I'm confused. I don't know to what you're referring. Okay. Need to be close to the dynamite for them to be blown up. Oh, you mean the exocrate crashes? Well, no, it's a little bit weird when they get exploded by things that aren't TNT. It works well on a small scale, but if you're using larger explosions, it's very iffy. So that behavior that was supposed to be fixed so that people could do larger explosions for the exo caches are not working, which kind of sucks, honestly. It's just kind of iffy. Sometimes they get destroyed, sometimes they don't. I'm gonna get rid of this massive chunk of land that just kind of is begging to go at this point. And because I can, I think I'm gonna land up on the terrain. Dig a hole. Yeah, that should be good. And then I'm gonna grab the bomb. Scooch it around a bit so it's nice and calibrated right where I want it to be. And stick it down the hole. There we go. It's a bomb in a hole. Alright. This should be nice. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, yeah. Good stuff. Some surface scatter decided to stick around. Hello, resources. Hey, there we go. There's less lag if I load all that surface scatter and make it despawn and make all the resources fall down. Although these bits of scrap don't want to fall down. I'll have to come through with an auto clicker later and make them all fall down. But that was a nice explosion. I don't care who you are. I'll have to worry about that mountain in a bit. But for now, head back home. That was a pretty sick explosion, I think. And okay, we're gonna go. We need more fuel. Wait, no, we don't. Kind of do, but we don't. Well, there's not a whole ton I can do about that, so I'm just gonna either sit around here and use up fuel, or just dig a little deeper into my fuel reserves. I'm just gonna dig a little deeper into my fuel reserves. We'll be okay. We'll get more fuel after this bomb. Alright, so the idea is we'll be able to eventually just kind of go straight this direction and just end up following the rim of the crater. So we've been doing some work underneath. Now we really need to start getting rid of some of the mountains. And I might need to get rid of that little bit of terrain out there. But we want to put this guy out inside a mountain cave. And yes, to those of you who may be wondering, have I ever died while placing a bomb? The answer is a resounding yes. You name it, I've died there. Done that. Died there. The king of the dumb ways to die. That mountain peak is gonna be trouble. This bit of terrain is too big to handle with one bomb, so I'm just gonna concentrate this bomb. I mean, it kind of is concentrated over here. I'm just gonna scooch it over a bit. Stop it. There we go. Dynamite in the same spot, but the bomb in a little bit of a different spot. We'll concentrate the blast over on one side, get the jutting terrain there. Detonate. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was a nice one. Little tiny bit of extra terrain, but we'll got a terrain gun for that. Hello, where's my cursor at? There's my cursor. Why are you not actually blown up? There we go. Astroneer logic, everyone. Prepare from dying, all you need to do is ask Hope. Yep. And sometimes it was Hope's fault. And don't you act all innocent, James. Sometimes it was your fault, too. Oh, this is floating as well. Dang it. Okay. Just gonna take off this floating terrain because I don't like floating terrain in this void of a planet. I want this planet to be a complete and utter void. I don't want any terrain to float. Why is the resource not coming up? I mined all the terrain manually around it, and it's not doing anything. That sucks. Okay, well, is what it is. Add soil to it. Yeah, there was soil around it, but I dug out the soil around it, and that should have fixed it, but it didn't fix it. Oh well, I have a million like it. I'm not gonna worry too much about 2 little resource nodes. It's just annoying. That's all. Okay, now we need a little bit more fuel. There's a little bit more fuel, and we got 2 more bombs to go. And a yoink. Sometimes this digging doesn't do the job, it only pops resources when you add soil. Sometimes. It's kind of rare, but that does happen sometimes. Either way, not a big deal. It's kind of sucky in general, but is what it is at this point. Well, I think we know where we're going to use these 2 bombs. I'm going to use this bomb on the lower promontory, or the one that's kind of down here a little bit. Sticking out, an annoying feature of the game. Yeah, there's a lot of annoying, quote-unquote, features of the game. I think I'm gonna stick it on the roof of this cave for maximum effectiveness. That's definitely covering over. It's definitely covering where... I don't want to center it there. I want to center it over on the other side. I'll dig a hole. Centering it on this side. There's more soil over there to destroy. So I'm going to center it over on the other side. I can't see where the heck I'm going. Okay, now I kind of have an idea of where I'm at. I do want to dig in a bit. There we go. That should do the trick. No. Oh, where is the hole? There's the hole. I'm gonna do a little bit of a rotate. We're gonna bury it right there. Put the dynamite right next to it. Oh, that'll be nice. That actually is a bit far away. Hold on. Sorry, I'm sorry. Working on it. Oh, hey, there goes my automatic research farm. There we go. That'll be better. That's still gonna be a bit far, though. That sucks. And kablooey. Yeah, it was a bit far. It's okay, we can come back with... Actually, I'll use terrain tool on this. This is not bad. The reason why we have those dropping frames that are terrible right now is all these resources that need to fall. There we go. Oh, well, there we go. So see, when the minute those resources fell down and that one resource node exploded, the frame rate just kind of released. Actually, this is pretty darn big. Yeah, I'll use the terrain tool. Why not? Okay, scratch that. This is really big. I'm gonna come back and use TNT. Well, we're not getting height fast at all. It feels like a straight shot to the other side of the planet, but then the gravity curves, which is weird. Oh, I shot past the base. Whoopsies. Alright. Ow. I got hurt by lag. Okay, can the frame rate recover, please? Hello? Oh boy, they're having like seconds per frame, not frames per second over here. Come on, recover. Some point here. There we go. Much better. It really did not like me landing right there. Yeah, the lag just out and out bit me. I just, like, no, you're gonna stop right here. Like, my leg! Whoops. Not that. You can go there. And we're gonna grab another piece of TNT. So basically, I'm gonna take the, I take a little thing and... I'll probably take a silo, actually. Just why not? Alright, we got that. I'm gonna take this, take this bomb. Second to last bomb. No. Second to last bomb. Cannot wait to get rid of that extra TNT and packagers that I've got over there. I'm pretty sure those are significantly contributing to the lag. This one, we're gonna handle some of the top stuff. We handled a lot of the bottom stuff down there, but we still want to handle some of the top stuff as well. And that's probably gonna take a bomb or two. Okay, need to find a decent midpoint. That's not actually terrible. Actually, I want to focus it on the other side, so I'm gonna yeet it over to the other side. We're gonna yeet this over on the roof of this cave. That should focus it on this side. While still maintaining everything. Should focus it on this side. Make it look nice. Oh yeah. It's the good stuff right there. Whole mountain just gone. Just straight up gone. Whole entire mountain just gone. Little lag spike and then gone. Do still need to take care of that though. That went pretty nicely. Won't lie. Wait, this is something different. Man, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of a fairly serious little bit of cleanup with the TNT. So I think I might try to get like a printer that can print some TNT on places. So I can just like print a whole trail of TNT and then set it off. That might not be a terrible idea. Among the ideas that I've had, it's definitely not the worst idea. And there we go. Last bomb. Probably gonna do it lower down. By the way, this is like a million TNT in one particular little tiny area, so do not want to ever set that off. And last bomb. I'm gonna kind of move this a little bit lower down. We'll see where exactly we want to go, but we'll move it a little bit lower down. Kind of see where things go. This is a big old spike of land. We'll take this spike out. Uh-oh. Lag spike. I want to take the land spike out, not the lag spike. I don't want lag spikes, and I don't want land spikes either. I'm gonna get rid of either. Gonna get rid of both. That's pretty good positioning. Detonate. Ooh, good stuff. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff indeed. Yep, everything pops, everything falls. Life is good. Make you fall. Why all this ground scatter never despawned, I will never know. Alright, now let's grab a TNT printer. Which we should have. If not, we'll have to make one. I know I've got a spare thingy of explosive powder. So we may have to make it. But if we have a partial, I don't want to use the I don't want to use the full before I use up the partial. Uh-oh. Yeah, those that TNT over there is very laggy. Okay, we don't really have a TNT printer then. Alright, well, we will have to, we're gonna have to make sure to print the TNT on this thing. Man, why did they have to make these, so awful to just build in general? Wait, what? That made a firework. Didn't want a firework. Oh well, I guess we'll just ignite it for the... Yay, fireworks. Dynamite. That was what we wanted. Alright, so we'll do that. We'll switch it out. Then I'll control it by enabling and disabling the output of the explosive power, or the explosive powder. And we should be good from there. Alright, we're attacking these little tiny bits of land, and we don't want to get this platform destroyed. Alright, this is the little bit of land we're after. At least initially. This song is like chaos incarnate. Before we do anything, I'm gonna try to get rid of this hematite deposit. Hi. Thank you for despawning. That is so nice of you. There we go. We got 2 bits of hematite out of that. Not to worry, we're just gonna yeet down the core. Frenetic track, I know, right? We'll put a little bit of I'll put a little bit of titanium dynamite up here. I mean, probably one would have been enough, but you know, can't have everything. And we'll set up one down here. And that's 2. Be good enough for that bit. And I'll set up a couple over here. Okay, that works. I think this should work decently well. We might actually need a little bit more thickness up here. We'll just add another single TNT there. And I'm gonna move this over. Land. And then we'll set this off. I think we're gonna take this, yeah, I'll take it from that end. And it should be a nice little chain explosion. Ooh, that's good stuff. Good stuff, good stuff. A little bit miscalculated. There's a little bit of terrain left, but that's easy to clean up. Far easier to clean up than the original mess. Alright, that is... Whoops. Alright, we need to find... if we go upwards, we will see that we'll see the other bits of terrain that I need to get rid of. Need to figure out where they are and get rid of them. And I'm gonna start with this mountaintop, because this mountaintop is gonna be really difficult to track if we do not TNT it. Hello. Just gonna scan you guys, because I want you out of the way. That'll be good enough for the peak. And we're gonna go down a little bit. And a little bit there. Oh, that's a little bit low. And we're gonna print like 2 over here. It's all about spreading out the explosives correctly to shape the charge. Okay, that works well. And then we want to set one, like, over here. Just, like, 4 or 5. Alright, that'll work. Well, actually, we're going to need to get some over here. Because this charge is going to be asymmetrically shaped if we don't fix this. So, basically, if you guys see what I'm doing, I'm kind of molding the explosion to fit where I want it to go. And it's a bit finer than the hydrogen explosions. The hydrogen explosions are the big guns. This is just the little guns. But it's the snipers. That doesn't make any sense, because snipers usually hit heavier than any other gun. But basically, it's the tiny precision rifle. Just like that. Okay, we might have taken out a little bit too much. Actually, no, we just missed some stuff in the core of that. Surgical, yes. Mostly, kind of. So I didn't quite put enough TNT there, because I'm still kind of newer to these types of explosions. So I didn't end up putting quite enough TNT. As you can see, it was influenced by a whole bunch of individual spheres. Wow, that's a bunch of TNT right there. I'm gonna put some out on this ledge right here. As soon as we are, well, we are as soon as, oh, shucks. Stop it. Did I just lose? There we go. I don't know why that stopped working, but I think I just lost an explosive powder down the hole. Kinda sucks. Whoops. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. That should be enough to get rid of all that. I think that should be more than enough. Actually, I'm gonna get farther away. Ooh, that was nice. Okay, that's not terrible. But I've also... It's not great, but I've... Not bad. Seen worse, seen better. Done worse, done better. Alright. Next little outcropping. Well, they're hardly little outcroppings, so I wouldn't be using TNT on them. And take this mountain top out. This mountain peak's a little bit weirdly shaped, so we're gonna have to shape the charge around it as well. And just note to self, make sure to be generous with the TNT. I think that's good for the top, for the tip, because we're gonna make it. Gonna make a couple of few explosions for the mid thicker part. That's not where I want you to print. Ah! Oh geez. I'm gonna carve out a little space for myself. Hey, Spyro, welcome to the stream, my dude. Unfortunately, we did already do... Stop zooming in. Stop zooming in and stop getting on the stupid skateboard. Unfortunately, you already missed the main detonations, but we are still doing the surgical detonations, so... those are kind of weird, but we'll go with it. Planetary destruction, it is going just fine. How are you? How is, I am falling off all kinds of things today. How is life treating you? Ooh, I need to head back. Like, urgently. Alright, after this explosion, we're gonna head straight back, because I need to fill up on fuel. Stop it! Stop it! Stop the stupid sliding! I would be way better off on fuel if it wasn't for the stupid sliding. Oh, jeez. Not going good over this particular little tiny bit. Explosion business is booming. Ah, I see what you did there. See what you did there. That'll be more than enough. And we'll just yoink it over here. Whoa! Hey, not cool, bro. Not cool. Novus in general is just kind of a not cool planet. I know, unpopular opinion. Can I see it from space? In a second. Whoa! Okay, that explosion went well. Alright, stop tossing me around, stupid plants! I just need to grab this and go. I'm going over terrain. Because in case I run out of fuel, I need to also handle that. No, not gonna handle that right now. I'm gonna grab more fuel. Okay, we'll see it from space in a second. Just need to finish this last, little surgical explosion after I get some more jetpack fuel in me. Alright, let's get some more jetpack fuel in us. Let's get all the jetpack fuel, because we don't need to carry TNT on our backs anymore. There we go. Now we got all the fuel in the world. Not quite, but close enough. Okay, let me see, where are we going, where are we going? Right, here, and we're going back this direction. Stop it. Alright, let's take care of this one last little promontory, and then we will be taking a look at it from the shuttle. Basically taking care of these tiny little issues right here allows me to focus the explosions primarily on something else, and something that's a little bit more demanding and needing of large explosions. So the small ones save me work. And we're gonna spin you right around, baby, right around. And we're gonna place another batch of explosives right there. It's kind of astonishing the amount of titanium, the amount of dynamite that these kinds of explosions use up. That's why I'm really glad I'm not doing this whole entire thing with dynamite. God, that will be so expensive. Especially because you can't, like, farm up organic. You have to use soil, and soil takes a long time to get in large quantities. That should be good. Ooh, that was nice. Okay, never mind. It wasn't quite as nice as I'd hoped it was. Oh well, we'll grab this little extra tiny bit. There we go. Alright, that is good. Let's take this back to the barn and head home. I don't know what the song is, but I asked for instrumental, and this does not sound instrumental to me. Whoa, lag spike. Lag spikes are just biting me in the behind every single time, man. There we go. Want to get to something that's not something weird vocals type thing. Not a fan of that. Alright. And launch. Oh, whoops, I hit interplanetary launch instead of planetary launch. Oh well. Let's see. That's what it looks like from interplanetary. It's starting to get pretty darn clean. We just have a little lump where the base is. But we were working over, Spyro, we were kind of working over here on the top type area. And it's nighttime, it's daytime, of course, so not going to be great, but we were kind of working over, over on this area on the edge of the screen. The haze makes it hard for me to see exactly, but I think we're going to have to wait for the sun to go down. And that piece of terrain that you see near, between me and the core, that's not actually there. That's just an issue with loading. Alright, I'm gonna land back down. We'll launch from the core. Like half gone. It's very close. It's close to half gone. It's over a third gone, but it's not quite half gone yet. I very much look forward to the day when we hit halfway. Alright, we're gonna launch from the core. I'm just gonna go out here and fall. As you see, as you watch me get closer, you'll see that terrain loads and it becomes air. So yeah, we're just gonna sit here, wait for the sun to go away. So the reason why I launched from the core is because then I'll load the terrain in high detail around the core. Just gonna wait for the sun to go away. Wait, actually, before I do that, well, while I'm waiting for the sun to go away, I'm just gonna move the shuttle over, so that way it ends up nicer in the orbit, so we end up in a nice spot in the orbit. Okay, that is good. Launch to the planet. And we're gonna take a screenshot like that. Time-lapse is gonna look cool. I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do with the time-lapse. I am gonna post this in the Discord, though, so we have it just for general purpose. Discord. Where the heck is Discord? I have it up somewhere. That's Dixper. Oh, I already had it. I just didn't. Okay. Right, I'm a dum-dum. I'm a dum-dum. I do apologize. I am very much a dum-dum. Okay, we're gonna go in general. And this was Detonation round 39 today. Number 39. And we kind of skipped a couple of rounds because we didn't get screenshots from like 37 and 38. But that's kind of okay. It works. So yeah, as you guys can see, it definitely looks a lot worse as soon as that stuff unloads. Gotta go, it's cool to see progress. Thanks a bunch for dropping by, my dude. Let's see, so, chat, what do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to, work the factory a bit more, or, do you guys want to work the factory, make the next batch of bombs, which I'm gonna do either this stream or next stream, we're gonna figure it out. It should be actually pretty much a snap to make the bombs, or would you like to go right out and see somebody, or would you like to, maybe go on like some, I don't know, some rocket rover shenanigans or something. I don't know. What do you guys want to do? Because this will basically assemble everything that I need for me. And I'm gonna actually get this on the resource canister, get it going nice and strong. Yeah, and I don't think you've seen me actually make bombs. Well, that probably is because it's your first time. Yeah, we can get on that. We're gonna send some iron and stuff. So these guys automatically print the, repeatedly print the extra large platforms. So the extra large platforms are obviously pretty great. We're gonna only print 8 of them. And then this is gonna print, then once this double fills up, once this, these are all calculated out to be very, very precise. Rocket rover shenanigans sounds interesting. Alright, we'll do some of that afterwards. This should actually take a lot, this should be a lot shorter than normal, because normally it takes me like 2 hours to put this stuff together, but this should be a lot shorter, because this is gonna just be nice in general. So this is gonna be exactly enough steel for all of the bombs in the platform, depending on how absurd they are. Hey, you know, I mean, honestly, I kind of feel like I'm kind of running out of things to do with the rocket rovers. Like, I can go to all the planets like 3 times in a row if I want to. That's great and fun and all, but after like the 15th time, it starts to be like, okay, really? So yeah. I mean, the rocket rover that I've got has enough fuel to travel to every single planet like twice without refueling or anything at all. Probably 3 times, but I haven't tested that. But, I mean, honestly, I really don't think that it's, I don't really know if it's worth the time or not. Anyway, we're gonna get these started printing. So the basic idea is the more printers I have going at once, the more efficient I can be. And I have these printers printed in a specific pattern so we can get things running like that. Why are you guys not on repeat? That's gonna be an issue. Get on my... Why can't I focus on this one particular stupid little printer? Come on. Come on. The problem is this is very tightly coordinated, so the fact that that kind of just... That really sucks. Okay, that really kind of sucks. That means we'll have asymmetrical... We'll have too many on this side. Ah... Okay, there we go. And it gave one to me, of course. I know I'm going to be asymmetrical, so I'm going to put it on this side. Oh, that was bad. That was not good. Oh well, I'll just have to scooch some of them around. Okay, the first two extra large platforms just finished, which is amazing. We're going to get this show started. So, these, this is my, well, for lack of a better term, this is my factory. My bomb factory. And basically, I have them ready to place the medium storage silos on it. This is brand new. I just made this like yesterday. So this is brand new stuff. So what I gotta do is I gotta grab a large storage silo B. Not gonna unpack it or anything, but I'm gonna hit this button, and then this is gonna do the work for me. So pretty much, oh, whoops, I didn't actually hit the button. There we go. Hello? Why are you not working? I think this is having an issue where, okay, I'm gonna just create a juncture here. I think I've had this issue a couple of times. You're a button repeater. Branch, go to you. I think the signal was just not transmitting to those guys correctly. Alright, that should be it. There we go. Now it's working. So then it just picks up all of them at one, all the needed little large storages at once, and there we go. That was a silo made right there. Makes it super easy for me to not have to worry about anything. And then, as you can see, it's over here refilling with the exact number of silos that are needed. And then all I have to do is reload it and hit the button again. And they all work nicely. And I've timed this out to be decently performing. It looks like everything goes smooth, but we have enough medium storage silos to go for 2 bombs exactly. So, seems familiar somehow. It's almost like you were here yesterday. Anyway, I do appreciate you guys being here. Especially James, I appreciate you, man. And I appreciate you, Whiskers. Nice to have you. And they put them all on, and then these proximity repeaters fire, which allows them to unpack automatically. I'll tell you what, the proximity repeaters, the best repeater in existence. They automate unpacking, and with something like this, the amount of unpacking that I have to do is phenomenal. Are we all full? We are all full. So then they'll put those on, turn around, unpack, and that is the first of 8 bombs done. Really is actually quite simple with this, and it's actually quite speedy with this new factory. That saves me a ton of time. Even with the manual placement that I had before, I had manual placement and then I had something to just automatically unpack them. This saves so much work. I tell you what. Alright, this is number 2 out of 8. I'm gonna sit you right here. So they're printing... so they printed 4 and 5, or sorry, 3 and 4. And they are going to be printing 55 items printed, placed, unpacked. I know, right? It's pretty awesome. They should be on 5 and 6. So then the next platforms, I'll give them a stop. And there we go. The last silo of this bomb is going to be a little bit unbalanced, so I'm gonna have to fix up a couple things before that silo happens. But these are gonna be all the silos that we'll need for the entire thing. All the large silos. Are we ready to fire again? We are ready to fire again. I'm really glad that I managed to design this, because this is... I honestly, I can't express to you guys how amazing this is to not have to do all of that grunt work. And we are ready to fire again. Dude, this is so awesome. I'm sorry, I'm kind of geeking out over this creation. I typically don't do a ton with logic. I run very basic logic stuff. This is the most advanced logic circuit that I've done, probably, like, ever. Okay, we've got the right amount on that side. Wait a second. That one singular medium storage silo that I put over on that side balanced it. Wow. That was incredible. That was amazing. I'm genuinely surprised by that. Well, here goes nothing. Last silo for this bomb, which is bomb number 2. Speaking of which, I'm gonna set these to output disabled, and that will make them just print the ones that they've got right now that they're going on, and then print no more. Okay. That is bomb number 2 completed. Dude, that's like been 10 minutes. That is not bad. That is not bad at all. Tell you what. So what do you think, Whiskers? Does it pass the Whisker muster? Okay, let's set on a new batch. So all this TNT is calculated to be exactly correct. Great job. Wow, thank you very much for the 100 bits. Dude, I really appreciate that. I haven't had somebody cheer like that on the channel in a very, very long time, so I really appreciate that, man. That's really awesome of you. Okay. So we're just gonna wait a little bit to let those print. I should have gotten them printing earlier, but I was worried about the fact that some of them weren't printing. But dude, thanks so much for all that. I really, really appreciate the cheers. It's sometimes with low viewers and all that sort of stuff, it gets discouraging, and so I really appreciate the support, man. I don't really have the words to express my thanks, but other than thanks, and even that feels inadequate, but thanks. Put in a lot of work. Yeah, I have. I mean, I appreciate you doing that. It means really a lot to me that you would be willing to do that. I've put about I have around 2,000 hours in the game right now, so it would not be a stretch to say that the vast majority of those 2,000 hours, probably like 1,800, have gone into this save alone. So that's probably that would not be a very bad stretch. Did it get? I have a bad feeling that it got a silo placed on it. It did not, as far as I can tell. Gave you enough for you to buy a coffee? I appreciate that. Well, it'll happen whenever I happen to get $100, which is probably gonna be like months from now, easily. It'll happen whenever I get $100, because Switch only pays in $100 increments. So as soon as whatever my balance is goes up to 100, we should be good here. So we should be good to fire again. As soon as whatever my balance is goes to 100, that's when I get essentially paid. So, Dirty Dan, what up, dude? I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Welcome back to the stream, my friend. And yeah, this factory is really making my life way easier. I tell you what, it's worth it to put in the work to build something automated like this, because, man, the automation that I do is on a large scale, so it works well. It works well for the large scales that it's designed for, but not a ton more. Okay. But I'm not one of those guys to build, like, those bases where you can get one of any resource you press a button for, because those are just way too slow for me. Are we ready to fire again? We are. So I'm checking these storages to make sure that they're all full before I say that we're ready to fire again. Okay, that works nicely. And grab another silo over here. Dirty Dan? I thought I was Dirty Dan. No, you're Dirty James. There's a difference there. Oh, wait a second. I need to put this bomb away. Dude, these bombs, we've made like 3 bombs in the time that it would usually take me to make 1. That's nuts. Uh-oh, lag spike. We got Dirty James and we got Dirty Dan in here. Alright. Essentially, he said you could add storage sensors, then press the button when you place the platform and it'll go when the silos are ready. Well, the current, I guess, bottleneck. The current bottleneck is these guys. These guys have to be placed, and there's no way around it. So, the current bottleneck is those, but I want to make sure... Right now, that might happen later, but for right now, I want to make sure that these are... I want to make completely sure that those are full. I don't want those to be partially full when it fires, because then it's going to just mess up everything. I might have to do, like, some kind of logic circuit that says, like, it only fires if these are full. But I really... That might happen. We'll see. We will see. But it's a good idea. But I would need to make sure that these are full, and that one gets not full. So, I don't really know how to make an AND gate in this game. I don't really... my knowledge of the logic is kind of limited. Like, I know what they are, I know what they cost. But beyond that, like, how to make AND gates and stuff, I could probably figure it out pretty easily, but... At this point, right now, I have a button to press, and making one of these in a single button press is way better than individually placing each one. And James, you can testify to that. You sat there with me and watched as I put them painstakingly together and just managed to barely cope. So, this all kind of started... Funny story, Whiskers. Funny story. Right before... Well, it's not really funny, but it's kind of interesting. Right, literally like the day or two before the update that added the proximity repeaters dropped, I was on my stream complaining about how... I think it might have even been day of. I was on my stream complaining about how there was no way to automatically unpack things. You're gonna get in the way of everything. I was on my stream literally complaining about how terrible it was that you couldn't automatically unpack things. Took a long time to make something that barely works. I know, right? I think you just described my life there. But, dude, those... I was on stream literally complaining about that. And then they added the proximity repeater. And it took me a few days to figure out what exactly it was. But then I realized, wait a second, these can automatically unpack things. Repeatedly. And that's absolutely amazing. Like, before I think you could unpack things, but I think you had to, like, wire it up or something. But, dude, now we're actually waiting for them to change the crane so it can be used in auto armor medium items. Ooh, that's a good idea. I like that idea. Oops, I didn't actually hit F on that. But this is just working like a charm. Even if it breaks tomorrow, today it was perfect. Even if it breaks tomorrow. Which, that might be famous last words, but even if it breaks tomorrow, I'm still happy because today was perfect. Today, it worked like a charm. And so far has had exactly 0 errors. So that is something that almost never happens with machines that I make. It usually takes me several attempts to get things going correctly. So the fact that this thing works this smoothly is a testament to something. Not a testament to my intelligence, but it sure is a testament to something. And fire. I loved seeing them... Uh-oh, that didn't look good. Oh boy. Okay, what happened? What happened? For now, I'm just gonna take you. I think somebody just didn't grab. I don't think I checked that side. We'll see. I just had to jinx it, didn't I? I just had to jinx it. Oh well. Alright, we'll see if this we'll see if it happens again. Nope, it works. I think I just didn't... I think that side just wasn't full. Which is fine, makes sense. I wasn't exactly paying attention, so... Note to self, always pay attention with the factory. But at least it wasn't like a break or anything. Dude, we've made these in like... We ended the detonation in like less than half an hour ago. Like less than half an hour ago, we were still over there setting off TNT. And now we're almost ready for the next detonation round. This is crazy. Okay, we should be good with this round. This bomb. I just don't have to do anything. It just goes on its own. I need some lighting, kind of, to light up what this is doing so I can see clearly. I might want to try to move those in a bit closer so they print closer and more friendly. We're good to go. Good to fire. So, let's see. I think it would have to be... So, in order to get a functionality like Whiskers was talking about, I need to kind of think about it. Because it would require to send a signal either when this was empty or not empty. It's actually going to need to be just... The problem is I don't think I can get it just send a signal when it's not empty. I think it also sends a signal when it becomes empty, which isn't great. Press the button. And then I would need to make sure it sends a signal when those are full. I'm gonna have to print a storage sensor and see what the modes are again, because I haven't looked at those in a little bit. Oh yeah. Good stuff. Ready to fire? I mean, it's not really firing or anything, because there's no explosions, there's no guns, there's no nothing. But it works. That's all I care about. That didn't even make sense. I don't care. My factory works. I'm stoked. I really kind of wish that there were more, like, experienced Astroneer streamers like me out there. Not saying, like, all the Astroneer streamers that are on currently are bad or anything. Don't mean any of that, but sometimes it's kind of nice to, like, after a stream, geek out about, like, a certain technical build that I made. And your average streamer is not going to understand any of that. Trying to remember the guy who's made lots of impressive circuits, including Space Invaders. Probably that would be most likely tactical. Sorry, tactile object. T-Hill is also a good one. Then there was his name started with like an H or something, and he does music, which is really super impressive. I follow him on Twitch. I don't really remember what his Twitch name is. Oh yeah, I'm sure they'll be able to help. I'm not talking about like I need help or anything, because honestly I prefer to figure things out on my own a little bit. But I just want somebody to nerd out about Astroneer with, kind of. That's all. I mean, I got you guys, but ready to fire. I don't know, when somebody goes when somebody asks, "Hey, what'd you guys do on stream when we raided?" Because we like doing raids here. If you do, by the way, we'll do try to stick around for the raid, because we are gonna raid out. If we have over like 2 viewers, then we do typically raid. We are ready to fire again, but we do typically raid out. And when we do, when they inevitably ask, "Hey, what were you doing on stream?" Then I kind of want to tell them and have them understand what I was doing. It's a really minor thing. But hey, if any of you guys want to start streaming Astroneer, be my freaking guest. We need more, I think we need a couple more Astroneer streamers out there, because I think if the devs kind of see the support from the community, I think then they'll kind of feel a little bit more inclined to listen to some of the suggestions. Because so far, not a lot of the community suggestions have gotten taken super seriously. I mean, some of them definitely have, and props to the devs on that. But some of them get kind of discounted, even though they're very popular in the community. So I feel like the devs would be able to I don't know, work with the community a bit better. Dude, this is like a magic trick. It's so freaking easy. I keep expecting it to get hard. It just doesn't. That's what she said. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have made that joke. But hey, I really couldn't resist. Let's be honest, we were all thinking about it. As soon as I said that. Okay, this should be the last. And it just finished printing the last of those silos. Okay, so I'll explain this machine in a little bit more detail once we finish up. Now that you guys have seen it in action. Mostly for the benefit of Whiskers. Ah! Terrain. Mostly for the benefit of Whiskers, so that Whiskers, you can kind of understand what's going on here and why it's doing what it's doing. Because you can see that it's loading the 6 onto there, and you can see it's applying 12 at once. That's obvious. But I kind of want to explain, I guess, the why I do things the way I do things. Because I learned the hard way, with the Halloween event specifically, I learned that these auto arms, they are not picky about what they pick up. They will pick up from well beyond their little circle that you see, if they want to. And fire again. Dude, this just doesn't stop going. Making these bombs is actually fun now. Before, I had a lot of issues with motivation for the Novus Project because making these bombs was not fun at all. But now, man, making these bombs are super fun. Most definitely do seem to want to try, but some things just seem to rub people the wrong way. Most recently, exochips and how hard they are to obtain without events. Yeah. Which I very, very much sympathize with. Guys, we are completely even on both sides. Wait a second, we have one extra. Never mind, we're not completely even on both sides. Where'd that one extra come from? Are we missing a silo somewhere? Not sure. I'm gonna fire, we'll give it a shot. Why do we have one extra silo? I think it might be left over from that one that was missing earlier. I don't entirely know why we have an extra silo. Ah. For now, I'm just gonna take it off and set it down here. They're freaky when they reach out too far. Yeah, they, well, especially when it's like, don't grab that, don't grab that, don't grab that. It's just annoying. Okay, so this is kind of what we've got going. So I've got 4 small printers here. Originally, I had just 8 small printers right here, but I put this large storage silo B to make sure that these 4 auto arms here, these 4 auto arms are melded as close together as possible. I worked very hard to make sure that they were melded together as closely as possible. So then we got 4 auto arms and 4 printers, and then they put this onto this medium storage silo, which is this, basically, it's just a holding station. Then these 4 auto arms transport them to this holding station, which is two medium platform type Cs with medium storage silos on top. These hold exactly enough for the entire round, so that way we can print them up ahead of time and store them for the next round, which is pretty nice. But so the rest of the machine can easily fire. So it's just mirrored on the other side as well, so that I have the same 2 storage silos over here. And actually, just for fun, I'm just gonna rotate them 90 degrees. Because they come out like that. That works, actually. That one's good. But pretty much, these guys will just transfer them over to these storage silos, where these 2 auto arms will eventually pick them up and place them here. So this is kind of like the staging area where they wait, and then this is where they wait for these auto arms to pick them up. I'm thinking about potentially popping another 3rd auto arm there. Might not need to, but it's a little tiny bit slow, so I was thinking about potentially doing that, but I don't know. Dude, we prepped for the Novus Project in, like, literally half an hour. That's crazy. I haven't done that since the days of before, when the bombs didn't get destroyed. Oh, I see where that silo came from. That's where that silo came from. Okay, we had, like, one mistake. I think that was the one that misfired and I ended up having to fix it. Because I fired a little bit too early. That's okay, though. But dude, that really freaking worked. That was awesome. So yeah, that's really, really awesome. I'm out of titanium here. So these guys, just for your perspective, whoopsies. These large canisters were full of titanium when I started the round. So yeah, we're just gonna let them kind of sit up. So these large storage silo type A's will allow me to have exactly enough for 2 bombs, and so on and so forth. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab another large storage, and then plop more silos on it. See why I use medium silos? Yeah, because all of these non-stackable items really just handily work out. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna get that set up to where it's actually filling it up. We're gonna run back to Glacio. And I'm gonna run back to Glacio. I'm gonna grab a a large storage. So that way we can have two large storages for, frame rate. Okay, there we go. Frame rate's calmed down a bit. That way we can have 2 large storages of steel ready at any time. So I can just pick up one and then switch them out when I need to. Alright, we're gonna land here, we'll refuel. Well, we'll have it refuel automatically for us. And Whiskers, I don't know if you've seen the base, but this is my base. It's a mess. And it gets refueled, which is nice. This is my base. These are my backup hydrazine reserves for, basically against a rainy day. Then this is the hydrazine reserves that I actively use, and that's my rocket rover. And, this is my fuel depot, which I can get fuel on my back, if I want to, with this single auto arm. It's not really, like, it's not super epic. Right here, I usually just kind of click this, I usually just kind of click back here to grab the fuel a little bit faster. But the auto arm can also do it if I want it to. We need a large storage, though. You're a large storage silo B. Oh, wait, there's this guy just literally sitting here, being used for nothing in particular. That works. We're also gonna need 4 medium silos. In order to kind of not mess up the count, I'm gonna just grab them from here. Do you have just 3 on you? Oh, sweet. That's exactly what I needed. We're gonna take that. So, for perspective, this is my Halloween event setup. After I get rid of all of this gas, I'm gonna set this pumpkin farm back up and going. But pretty much, you just put pumpkins in here. I've still got a whole bunch of seeds left. Well, it's not a whole bunch, but it's a few. And then it farms up for gas and astronium and all the fun stuff. This was originally where we filtered the stuff for the event from the actual rocket. And check this out. This is pretty trippy. This circle is so nice. It's very close. It's got like a dense dent like right here or something. But it's very close. But it's super, super trippy when you just move it while you stand in the center. Because it's very, 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 very circular. So, yeah. This is just the pumpkin farm that we run. And I went onto Aatrox and I grabbed all these Swift college ranges, or whatever you like to call them. And I do have the rainy day sturdy squash samples. So we've got a couple of good backups. We should have enough for at least a round or 2. Never has enough QTRTGs. Well, I'll show you. These are all the QTs that I farmed up. And I actually call them enough. These are the QTs that I farmed up. And As far as research goes, I don't need to do any more research. I have 4.6 million bytes. I don't need to do any more research. And these are also the exo chips that I farmed up that I couldn't get rid of fast enough. It really kind of sucks, but the exo chips were definitely interesting. That's also where all that little extra dynamite came from. Is here I got way too much dynamite and way too many packagers. It's crazy. So yeah. And then over here, what happened here? Looks like these like kind of froze in some weird position or something. 24 unlimited energy for a medium slot. Yeah, it's pretty nice. But I don't need them for that, honestly. You saw the gas base. You know I've got a ton of RTGs. I don't need that. I don't need them for the energy. The main reason why I wanted them was for backup for my backpack. This is my power. This is the power for the main base. So it's all hidden down there. And this is storage, by the way. So this is my rainy day ammonium and my rainy day titanium, which I'm actually actively building. So sorry, rainy day titanium is right here. So I'm gonna build this out. The rest of here, and this is my scrap. Either 4 energy for medium slot or 24. Well, yeah, it's an obvious trade-off, but I'd already built this by the time the event rolled around, and honestly, the QTs are hard enough to farm up that it's not justified to just run an entire base off of them. That would be really more for like flexing, and I don't need to flex. I really don't. So the main reason those are there is for backups, for when I die out in space on my rocket rover, which is actually a huge possibility. So yeah. I'm not sure what happened with the auto furnace. I don't know, the auto arms seem to be glitching out a bit, but I'm gonna take this 1 extra titanium and shove it in here. I mean, it's first time we've come in at wait a second. That wasn't a resource deficit. I was about to be like, that's the first time we've come in at a resource deficit. No, the container was just being stupid. Alright, that's it. That is what it is. This is going to be the titanium for the next round of Novus Project. And I'm going to disable the output on here, switch this over. So we've got, basically how this works is we've got input, output. So I have resources going in this direction. And, whoops, that was the wrong button to press. I'm going to press this. So I like to let them kind of all pick them up at once. So there we go. Now everything has power. Oh yeah, the auto arms are just a bit messed up. That kind of sucks. Oh, there we go. Now they fix themselves. So yeah, it just runs, and it will run a total of 10 furnaces, so it'll run really, really fast about midway. That's when it starts to hit peak speed. So it's really technically designed for higher quantities than 400 apiece, but this doesn't do this doesn't really handle higher quantities than 400 apiece. So, yeah. It is what it is. But yeah, it's just gonna take these outputs, and now we're back to the second layer. So it just hands them back to the next layer. And the next layer has actually 3 auto arms instead of 4, because it's gonna get a lot less traffic. And you can see these auto arms, the platforms are all melded together, so they come out very neat. So then we'll get the next one going. And yeah, we basically, you never want to have the input clog up. Actually, no, you want to have the input clog up, but you never want to have the output clog up. So, yeah. So anyway, that's how the auto smelter works. And I just leave this running while I'm busy doing other things, and it just does everything for me, and it's really nice. Then, sorry, one other thing. This is my scrap processor. This is where I turn tungsten into floodlights into scrap. Because I have a tungsten farm, so the tungsten is helpful. This is the exact amount of power required for the build, so just kind of makes it nice to have it self-sufficient on power. And this was at one point going to be a rover offloading station, but nobody was interested in watching me build it more and figure out what was going on, so I kind of haven't worked on it at all. But basically, the project, the idea is to condense everything down to just a few medium storage silos, and then figure stuff out from there, and sort from there, and offload it first, offload it fast, and then sort from there. So yeah. And then this is the packager printer for whenever I need a packager. Although it's kind of been made redundant by the event. I'm not going to need packagers for a good while. But yeah. I'm going to hop back to something to do when you finish Novus. Oh. What is this something to do when I finish Novus? When I become the Death Star. We're gonna go back to Novus. Rover Picker. Rover Picker? Oh. You're talking about the rover offload station. Yeah, it's kind of a minor project, though. In like 2 or 3 years. It's gonna be... Well, with this new project... Oh, by the way, this is the sky base for the Novus Project. Built at exactly the same height that the shuttle orbits. Yeah, this automation has significantly reduced bomb turnover. Like, by 3 or 4 times. Not even joking. It's reduced it so much. We might be able to go back to doing 2 rounds of stream if this keeps up. Alright, can you just... Actually, I'm gonna have you sit back. So because of how they work, they take off of platforms first, and they put onto storages first. So, this way I'll have pretty much two rounds worth of steel ready to go. I would like to get some way to get the large printers to a point where they can just have the resources necessary for one single round, but I haven't worked that out yet. I'll have to work it out at some point. That's not really a high priority. This thing was a lot higher priority and is amazing. So yeah. That's where all the 1,800 hours have went. And to be fair, I only had like 1,000 or so hours when I started the Novus Project, really. So about 1,000 hours have gone into just this entire massive crater. So yeah. Oh, that other side looks straight down. It's super intimidating. Oh, one last thing that I do need to do. One other thing. I need to run to Visenya and reset the gas so that the gas can be actively farming. It only takes about 2 hours to farm it up, but really it's just good to have it running at all times. Only 1,000 or so hours. Yeah, I might be slightly insane. But then again, you guys knew that when you signed up for the stream, alright? We're gonna go here. And... So basically this is like 390 odd RTGs or something. Something stupid like that. And when everything's off like it is right now, it just, it provides 1,536 power. Oh, I didn't know I had these medium storage silos. Maybe another 1.5 years. I don't know. We'll see. I could make a whole bunch of project estimates, but I really don't know. Got about 900 hours. Oh, you know, that is nothing to sneeze at. So all I'm gonna do is just switch these out. No, not drop them on the ground. Not drop them on the ground. Switch them out. There we go. One to drop them on the ground. And we're just gonna switch that one out. And that was why I was resetting all of them, so that I can just switch them out super easy. And then this will just go passively. That is the super nice part about passive farms like this. It's just passive and it's infinite, and it doesn't even worry about weather or wind or sun or nothing. It just goes. And Cardo can shame me for having RTGs all he wants, but I'm still gonna use them. Yeah, Cardo and I have a little bit of a friendly argument going about RTGs. Cardo considers them cheating. Which I really can understand where Cardo's coming from on that, because they're just basically... The way they're implemented in Astroneer is magic. RTGs are in the game, you're gonna use them? Yeah. I pretty much use them out of, like, okay, I need the constant power. And he's just saying, okay, well, that's kind of a cop-out. It's too easy. That's all he's saying. In the real life, RTGs come with a lot of safety precautions, which is why we don't use them for everything. RTGs in real life come with a lot of, like, radiation issues, and they come with a lot of, like, I don't know, they come with a lot of downsides that are not in this game. In this game, they're basically portrayed as magic. Which is something I'm okay with. Like, at some point, you have to suspend reality at some point. But, on the other hand, I would welcome more challenge in this game, because I don't think anybody except the devs would disagree that this game has a major difficulty problem, and that it doesn't have any reason to use the stuff. Yeah, winch anyone? We do not need to discuss the winch. The one time I did an experiment with the winch, literally, I did an experiment with the winch, and I put a winch on a crane on a platform, and hooked it to said platform, and then got in the crane and started helicoptering across the land. It was actually pretty fun. Until it crashed my entire freaking game. Like, come on. I had an autosave, which was nice and a relief, but it literally crashed my entire game. So, yeah. Not really sure I want to do that. I don't want to end up compromising the Novus Project for some winch. You know, if I had to pick between the Novus Project and a winch, I'm picking the Novus Project. No offense to winches. Lost a large rover fully kitted because you accidentally attached a winch to itself. Ah. Yeah, I've lost multiple large rovers that have been fully kitted out. It wasn't due to winches, it was just due to my own stupidity. Basically, I'm just talking about the large rovers that I have lost in space. Oh, come on. What are you doing to me? I don't know why I dropped that, and I don't know how I dropped that. I could have sworn that I was, like, holding it, but somehow it dropped out of my hands. Or my telepathic grip, I guess. I don't know. These Astroneers seem to be awfully telepathic to me. Or, sorry, telekinetic. No. No. Switch. Switch mechanic is really nice. Sometimes it bugs out a little bit, but it's really nice. Really, really, really nice quality of life update. But yeah, the large rover, losing one to a winch is... Ah! Freaking grabbed the wrong stupid thing! There we go. Losing large rovers is definitely something I feel you on. And that's part of why I farmed up so many resources, is that way I want to be able to replace it instantly, so... That way, nothing is irreplaceable. Not even QTRTGs anymore, because I have... QTRTGs, they cause me a lot of stress, because they used to be completely irreplaceable. But now, they are replaceable. Well, reasonably. But it's gonna take me a couple hundred times of dying and losing my entire body to go through that supply of QTRTGs. Alright, the switch out has been completed. Now, one final thing to check that everything is running properly... Which I kind of wonder... Okay, these guys are running properly. I'm going to check. I should have 96 power left when I interact with this. And I do indeed have 96 power left. So that is absolutely amazing. Okay. Let's see. We've got the switcheroo all done. So we are all ready to go. So this farm, it'll take about 2 hours, and then it'll come up with the 9,504 hydrogen that is necessary for the detonation rounds. And yeah, we're gonna head over to back to home base on Glacio. By the way, Glacio is the best planet in the game, in my humble opinion. Because it has really good research. Second best research planet in the entire solar system. And it's actually pretty easy to live on. You gotta be careful for the occasional explodey plant, but it's got large flat surfaces which are good for building bases on, and it's got decently friendly to rovers. Unlike Visania. We will not talk about those egg rocks that did not respawn for years, but... Okay, quick thing on the egg rocks, though. And by the way, this has been running all the time while I've been gone. We smelted 333 while I was gone, and are actively continuing to smelt more. 5, 6, 7, 8... Yeah, it just goes and goes and goes. This thing's nearly out. Why did we never hit the end? I'm not sure why, but we appear to have never hit the end, so... it must have been a lag thing, because I was off planet. But yeah, that has been Novus Project round number 39. Glacio is one of your favorites. As soon as you have a small shuttle, off to Glacio with a small generator, a work light, and a bunch of resin. Yeah, amen to that, brother. That's really, really good stuff. Alright, that has been detonation round number 39. And so with that, I think we're going to actually grade out. Because it has been a really wonderful stream. And again, Whiskers, thank you so much for the support, dude. I really, really, really appreciate it. It's honestly super, super encouraging, and I really appreciate you dropping by. And even if you never ever come back, it's been great to see you. I think we'll see... Okay, so would you guys like to go to another Astroneer streamer, who's going to be pretty much random at this point? Or would you guys like to go to a good friend of mine who hasn't played Astroneer in a long time, but he has really good, high-quality content? Which would you guys like to go to? Because you guys can pick who you want. So would you guys like to go to another Astroneer stream, or would you guys like to go to a friend of mine who has really good, high quality content? And I'm actually probably going to be playing with him right after this stream. He should be playing Dead by Daylight at the moment, I think. Oh no, he's playing Halo Infinite at the moment. Yeah. So we can go over there if you guys want. He's playing Halo Infinite, or we could go to another Astroneer streamer. I am cool with whatever you guys want to do. Gonna play with him, may as well raid him. Okay, that sounds, that's fair. Let's give it a shot. I don't know if I can't play Halo Infinite because I don't have the game, but if you play, I'm gonna probably be playing Dead by Daylight with him. Alright. So this guy, we're gonna raid Vi. This guy, I have been part of his community for a while now, and just recently he made me moderator, which I was really flattering. But he's a really, really, really awesome guy. His channel is intended for mature audiences, and I think he has follow-only chat on right now because it is, he's been experiencing a bunch of cyber attacks from raid bots and all that. So, yeah, that is what it is. But I want to introduce you guys to him because he is a really, really awesome guy. And thank you guys so much for all the support this stream. Whiskers, special shout out to you, my friend. I really appreciate you. James, I appreciate you dropping by and hanging out and being the usual knucklehead that you usually are. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I'm kidding. But thank you guys so much for hanging out, and I will see you on the other side of the raid. Have a wonderful night.